absolutely wonderful. So we've got some nice light this evening. Bit of a last minute decision. I've decided to check the weather forecast a couple of days ago. Saw that it was really, really good. Had a little bit of time off work. So I decided to come up to the Peak District. So I grabbed my tent, grabbed all my photography gear and headed up here. So we're at Surprise View at the moment, just scoping out a couple of little locations for sunset. I've got a couple of other locations in mind that I want to do. So I want to do ideally a nighttime long exposure, and also tomorrow morning I want to photograph sunrise at Winnats Pass. And then if I've got a little bit of time, we're going to head down to Padley Gorge, try and do some long exposure shots down at the brook down there. So I'm just going to scout out a few locations and we'll take it from there. Okay guys, we've got a lovely little composition here. We've got this lovely leading line from this road, which is the road that goes down into Hathersage. And we've got some lovely foreground interest from a little bit of heather, also a few of those rocks in the front there. We've also got some lovely detail in the sky. The colours are absolutely stunning, I couldn't ask for better. I was a bit worried that there wasn't going to be any clouds, but there's just enough clouds just to show a little bit of detail in the sky. And we're shooting in portrait because I want to try and get all of the foreground in, as much of the detail in that sky as well. So I'm shooting in portrait, and then I'm going to take about 6 or 7 images just to stitch them together in Photoshop afterwards and try and give us a lovely panoramic picture, so we get all of this lovely scene in one picture. Okay, so with regards to settings on this, so because we're doing several shots and we want to stitch them together, I'm shooting this in manual mode, so we're not getting different light settings in each picture, so it all stitches together absolutely seamlessly. So we're shooting in manual mode, f10, 1.6 of a second, ISO 100, and on the front we've got a 3-stop soft graduated leaf filter just to hold back that detail in the sky. And when I move it round, I don't want to go more than 50% on each image, so I'd rather take more images than less images, just to make sure I've got it seamlessly stitched together. And now on the other side of the road, I'm going to head over there just as it now gets a little bit darker, because I'm going to try and get some nice light trails as they come out, these cars come around the corner, and try and get some of this evening sky in there as well. Okay, so we'll crack on with that, and we'll talk to you in a bit. Okay guys, looks like we've got some nice images there. The sunset panorama looks like it's come out well. We won't know for definite until we get that back on the computer though. The light trails ones definitely look like they've come out really well too. Sorry I can go through the settings with you. It was all a bit of a mad rush. So I'm now heading off to my next location, where I'm hoping to get some nice starry images with some light trails in its foreground interest. Not too sure how that's going to go. I'm hoping that the clouds don't block out too many of the stars. Ideally, I'd like to try and get a time lapse there, but it's the first time I've ever done a nighttime time lapse, so fingers crossed on that one. So I'm going to get going, heading off to my next location, and I'll catch you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. We've got an absolutely fabulous sunrise this morning. We've got a little bit of mist in the valley there, and also there was a little bit of frost last night too, so that kind of giving things a little bit of a cooler tone. With regards to the composition, so we're at the top of Winnats Pass, and the road of Winnats Pass is providing us a nice little leading line into the scene, down into the valley itself. And then we've also got a little bit of foreground interest provided by this rock here. And my camera isn't, well, my lens hasn't really got a wide enough angle, so I'm shooting at 24mm. And so to get it all in, I'm having to shoot it vertical composition and take several shots with the aim to stitch it together in Photoshop. So we're shooting in manual mode, f10, ISO 200, and also the shutter speed's kind of forever changing really, so I'll put the relevant settings for the relevant picture that I put up in the video. And we've also got a Lee hard edge graduated filter on the front there. And just over there, I don't know if you can see that, but my Fuji is just over there time lapsing. A slightly different composition. There's basically just no foreground interest. We've just got the lead-in line from Winnats Pass. I'll just quickly show you camp last night. So it was very cold. I didn't really get much sleep, to be honest. But getting a scene like that, it's definitely worth it. So can't grumble too much. Now, as you can see, my tent is absolutely covered in frost. There we go. So that's camp. Right, I'm going to carry on and take some more images, check out, see how the time lapse is doing, and then I'll check in with you guys shortly. Okay guys, so we're all packed away now. It looks like we got some lovely images and we got a great time lapse too. So I'm just gonna go grab my stuff, then head back to the car, go and grab a bite to eat, and then head off to Padley Gorge and then see what we can find down there. I'm hoping to do some long exposure stuff and use the water falling over the rocks. So we'll see how that turns out, and I'll catch you guys shortly. Okay guys, so we're down at Padley Gorge now. So I'm just walking along the footpath just to see if we can find a composition or two. Once I find something, I'll check back in with you guys and then we can go through camera settings and composition. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so we've got a great little composition here. So we've got this running water, that's just acting as a little bit of foreground interest. We've got the rest of the gorge, that's acting as a leading line up through the picture. And then we've also got these overhanging trees as well. Now with regards to filters, so we've got a polarizer on the front, that's just cutting out any reflections. We've also got a Lee one-stop soft graduated filter on the front, just to bring the darkness down in the upper part of the frame. And we've also got a 10-stop neutral density filter, that's slowing the shutter speed down, which then blurs the water and then gives us that sense of movement in the frame. Now with regards to settings, so the shutter speed is at 1 minute at 8 seconds and we're shooting at f10 and ISO 200. I've also got this handy little function on my Nikon camera, not all cameras have it. So basically it's just a little shutter that comes down over the eyepiece and that just stops any light leak when you're using a long exposure filter like the one I've got in the front there. If you haven't got one, then just pop a cloth or something like that over the top of your camera and that will stop any light leak. Okay guys, so I'm going to head off now. We'll see if we can find any more compositions. Okay guys, that's about it for this video. We got some great photographs last night, we've got some great images this morning too. Unfortunately, with regards to the night sky photography, unfortunately that didn't quite work out and go according to plan, so that won't be making the video, I'm afraid. However, if I've missed anything out, I'll pop it down in the description. I'll put all the camera settings down there as well. If you've liked this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. If you'd like to see future videos, then please subscribe to my channel. And also, thanks very much guys for watching.